the next question what we have is from the guy 32222. Are you planning on making an armory where people can get various space guns and the weapon availability is limited to the amount of power that the room is getting? I have a feeling attacking enemy ships would be a bit boring with only crowbars. This, I guess, was answered by our last question. Really, we had we have also talked about like how sort of handheld devices are going to work. The idea of having like a docking station to charge and things like that. So that's where maybe power, going into a room will work. But we haven't fully fleshed that out. So for now, we're going with there probably won't be an armory. But yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, just to elaborate, saying that we won't have ammo. We'll have like just energy that each weapon has, and you can
Yes.
recharge it from either a dedicated station or just like I don't know, the reactor room or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, whether it's a sort of an armory as such, or a recharging station all on its own, or like you say, whether it's just straight from the reactor. Next question is from Mitch K. I was wondering if you were planning to add environmental hazards into the mix, like FTL.
So that's like asteroid fields and things like that.
Yes,
Yeah, we're hoping to. Like,
that would be great. Yeah.
space would be pretty boring if there weren't any. I don't know if we're going to do it realistically. Like, if you're in an asteroid field in real space, it's piss easy to avoid asteroids because it's like miles apart.
Mm.
Um,
I think it'll probably end up being more like there's an area like you'll be in an asteroid field. Either they'll be quite dense on the piloting screen and you have to be dodging them, or it'd be kind of an area of probability. So you're in an asteroid field, and as you're traveling through it, you can be damaged by asteroids. I guess, wouldn't you say?
yeah, it's like it's a hard problem to solve
Definitely.
programmingly because like in FTL it's easy because your ship doesn't actually really move at all. It's just like you have a scrolling background. It can send something that will definitely hit you because it's where it is on the screen. If you're moving in 3D in 2D space, your ship's position is actually pretty like its size is pretty small compared to the amount of space it can move in. So if you were to have asteroids that it could hit, you'd have to basically when they spawn in, send them on a trajectory that's designed to hit your ship. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
very rarely going to hit them.
Yeah. Um,
So
so
that's
so it might have to be the sort of the area of probability
yes,
sort of
yeah,
zone.
probably. But yeah,
Um,
we definitely want to do them though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it would just really mix up actually flying through space and make that time between battles at least have some sort of hectic moment where you need to pull together to still defend your ship, but from a different type of enemy, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, that being
Next,
asteroids.
yeah.
Uh,
Next question is from Ben Cross from YouTube. I guess he works there. Is there going to be upgrades, different ships, and weird aliens to pummel with a crowbar?
I like the idea of pummeling weird aliens, but okay, maybe not. Right, well, anyway, the upgrade system is, I guess, something that we've sort of shown off with the room modules. I guess that's a form of upgrades. In terms of sort of adding in rooms and things like that, we're probably not going to have that.
In this version, at least.
In this version, at least, all of this, I guess, is relevant to the game mode. But so much, we have planned for actually a standalone version. So I guess a lot of these things are going to have to wait. Alien races. As far as weird aliens to pun with a crowbar, what are you thinking?
Yeah, we'd like to. Like, we'd like to have different playable races that you can have with different bus for each. The problem is like we don't have any models for them. I guess we could use some Half-Life 2 ones, like the Vortigaunt. Maybe like have the Metrocop and things like
Yeah.
that. But if we were to get someone to, I don't know, I don't want like tons of requests from this, but like later on, like very late in the project,
Hmm.
we could do a model there, I guess.
It might be worth just talking about quickly now, because we do have a lot of questions. We don't have an example here. But we have had a lot of offers from people wanting help, and we are really grateful for it. But for now, we're just keeping it us two until we really think that it's achievable, which we are hoping for anyway. But also till we're just at a stage where we've got all the mechanics down that we really like, when we feel really solid. And then once it comes to sort of I guess enhancing it, ready for some sort of release, and while we're doing testing, I guess that's when we'll be bringing people on board. But thank you for all your offers so far. We'll obviously let people know when we're ready to start taking people on board, and we'll sort of be scouting, I guess.
Yep, that's right. I'm not very good at turning people down, so thanks for that disclaimer. Shawdog 28, because 27 other people had the excellent idea of choosing that name. It says, any chance of other oddities beside other ships slash crews to face, like asteroids to avoid or drone ships? We
Hmm.
touched on both of them a bit, but like asteroids and having automated ships to battle. We'd like to definitely have automated ships that you can have something to do apart from fighting other players. We'll probably have it so the automated ships can't be boarded so that we can have as many as we want.
Hmm.
Because for each boardable instance, you have to have something in the map. There's a fixed number of them because you can't change the map as the game's playing.
But we also obviously want to make it playable when there are very limited amount of people. So if you want to hop on to an empty server with four friends, operate one ship, we want stuff to be able to do, and if we can get an AI driven sort of ship mechanic that feels like you are actually being attacked by real people, that'd be great. Obviously you'll still have the asteroid fields to kind of mix it up a bit, but drone ships would be very cool. One thing that we haven't mentioned is sort of the destruction of ships. At the moment, we're kind of aiming to have it where there's sort of be two ways you can win, obviously by wiping out people on the ship and making it so they can't survive there, and then you hop over and you steal the room modules or commandeer that ship, so you can actually go through and rip all the room modules out, take it to your ship, compare them, find out which ones you have and build that up, your room modules up that way. Or we can have it where the ship is destroyed, and so if you take it past that point, you will get less room modules and stuff, but you'll have like debris in space that you can salvage, bring on board. You'll get less from it, but there's still a way of doing it. So when you kill a drone ship, you'll basically, the only way you can scavenge from it is by destroying it and picking up the pieces.
I'd also like just have random like ship debris around that you can scavenge from as well without having to defeat a ship. In case you're down your luck and you need, something to.
And you desperately need a part. Yeah, be quite nice. Okay. Oh, a
Banana of Doom.
a very honourable
Asks
guest here, Banana of Doom.
the official Banana of Doom. That's actually two N's. Bannana. So not Banana of Doom, but Banana of Doom.
If a room doesn't get sufficient power, will it darken out?
I've said this in the comment, but we can't do individual rooms darkening because there's a limit to how many lights we can do that can turn on and off in a map because of Source Engine being from 2004. But like we can do entire ships darkening. I think like in the last video we showed what happens when red alert happens. So what we'll probably do is when the ship's like in critical damage or if like the power's too low, it'll go into red alert, and you can yeah have nice lighting effects.
Yeah. So once again, if it wasn't being made in Gary's mod, we would, that is obviously something that we'd love to do. Also, localized to rooms would be brilliant.
Yeah,
But at the moment, that's
damn you,
just not
Gary.
possible. Love you, really. Okay, next question is from Maple Dragons. This looks amazing, but I have one question. Will there be windows?
No,
Francesco Bedashuni, sorry for completely...
Bedushi. Bedushi.
Bedushi?
Bedushi. Let's start again.
Okay, next question is from Fran. Is there...
Is
Okay,
there going to be any EVA like repairing the ship's hull? Okay, I'll probably expand the Windows one as well because that's kind of related.
definitely.
In Gary's mod, is going to be my clause for everything. Um, it's going to be pretty difficult to do that. I actually have kind of an idea of how I'm going to do Windows in Gary's mod. I might try it later on,
Yeah,
but
but
basically because the ships are like hollowed out rooms that don't move at all, it'd be very difficult to draw other ships that are flying past. And that, yeah, the same problem with EVA is because you'd need to draw neighboring ships. There's a way I could possibly do it
yeah.
using stencils and stuff, but
But I guess because also because of the scale we want the universe to exist and the speeds you can achieve and stuff, it's not even like we can do I guess kind of a space build style thing, which is relatively large. Yeah, we want it to be bigger than that. So we are going for an experience based around being in the ships and the illusion of moving and stuff like that. We just don't find it vital enough to add in. We'd rather get that sort of that gameplay down that we really want from it, and that a lot of you have wanted from it before, trying to spend a lot of our time doing something like Windows. So that sort of being outside of the ship planets. Once again, it's all once we get past Gary's mods. But at the moment, we really want to just focus getting something playable for you guys. Okay.
yep. Next is from Seth Kruger from YouTube. With regards to the override nodes flashing green, red, or orange, would you mind implementing a colorblind mode that switches them to more visually distinct colors? Yeah, certainly. Sorry, I hadn't really considered colorblind players when I was making it, but yeah, we'll definitely try and add like maybe different shapes or yeah, different more distinct colors.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Thank you very much. And if there's anything else you guys think of accessibility wise that you would like including, obviously we'll try our best to help you out there. Okay, next one is from Alexander001Z. Can I play it now, and if not, when?
Well, at the moment we're just sort of doing private testing. It's like the main gameplay isn't there yet, really, but as soon as weapons is done, which is what I'm working
Yeah,
on next, it should be.
we're
Um,
just testing individual mechanics at the moment.
yeah, but like when we're happy with how it plays, we'll probably release like a public server for people to join.
Yeah,
Um,
I think something we're talking about was so we're doing private testing between me and James at the moment, testing each mechanic, getting sort of relatively happy with that. Then we'll probably do some sort of more closed testing that's quite controlled, where we can start to get it more balanced into a playable state, so it will at least be fun. And then I think probably opening it up after that would be best. And then that would be ironing out bugs, sort of seeing how what the community does with it. I think.
yeah, that's right. And I've got like in my ticket system, I've got like my deadline for the main gameplay being there, as in like 2 months' time, which might be a bit optimistic, but I did set that deadline like a year ago.
But I think we can do it.
Yeah, we could do it. Like if
Totally,
weapons is
guys.
the main thing to do, and then it's just like boarding and stuff
hmm
to
So
balance out.
so at least we can get that at least in a playable state for closed testing, if not more public release. Okay.
That's right.
Amazing username here.
Yep. Prilly McPrillinson. The ships seem a bit too spread out. What's the plan for the ideal number of crew aboard a ship?
Um,
Um,
well,
Depends on the ship, really. Like a ship
definitely.
this size, the one we've been showing, I guess maybe 8 players.
Yeah, definitely. And then we are going to have other types of ship. The map that we're going to ship as no pun intended. It wasn't really a pun. Never mind. The map that we're going to ship, sort of as standard, is probably going to have.
Oh, I get it. Okay, carry on. I was just trying to work out what pun you were sneaking in there. Carry on, John.
Is this guy for real? Is it? Is he for real? He's facing the bloody wall.
I can't really control that.
I'm just going to my crotch for a bit. Anyway,
That's what we
the map that we're going to put out, as sort of our recommended one out, the default, will have a variety of ships. The ship that we've shown off so far is a really sort of clean, pristine, sort of modern era spaceship. We also want to get the sort of, I guess, alien-esque ships, this sort of kind of grimy worker ship, lots of different styles, some from lots of different fiction. We really want to include there. So they'll be in a variety of sizes. So probably 4 to 8 is kind of the range we'll be going for, I guess, to allow for for full servers or for just people hopping on with a few mates late
Hi,
at
John.
night. You right?
Yeah, fine. Last question by Zero Kezaki. Sounds
Familiar?
familiar. Are you guys going to have a HUD for players, displaying the room temperature, etc.? Yes, we are. Like the current HUD, we haven't touched at all, but yeah, we're planning to just have probably like a temperature dial, atmosphere dial.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll probably be very much in the style of the status style, I would imagine.
yeah, what we're going to have is like each player will have their own temperature and oxygen level, and that will obviously adjust to match their room. Like if they're low on oxygen, but they enter a room that has lots of oxygen, it'll eventually fill up again. If they have, oxygen left and they go into an empty room, they'll slowly lose their oxygen, and they won't just immediately start drowning like they do at the moment, or asphyxiating.
Yeah,
Same with
there'll
temperature.
be kind of a buffer there that you might even be able to enhance by wearing a suit, for example.
Yeah,
Not a suit like me, a spacesuit probably.
course
Anyway,
it is awful. Can you help me down?
why should I?
I don't know.
Like you say like hurtful things like that.
Yeah, I probably deserve it.
hmm
Oh, look at the time. I think it's time we close this end of this video.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for all your questions. Really appreciate sort of all the attention this is getting. And yeah. Please keep supporting us and stay tuned for things to come in the future. I've been John, and that was James.
Okay.